Yeah, I just first of all, just give a lot of credit to Louisiana. I thought they came out, as I knew they would, and play a solid football game. They, the last 2 weeks, you kind of watched them on film. You could kind of see them start clicking, really in all phases of their team. And it takes a little bit of time to get that culture going. And I think Coach Napier and his staff has done a great job with that. So we knew we were going to get a great fight out of them. And so just give them a lot of credit. I thought tonight we did a lot of good things, and also some things that were not so good. There'll be a lot of good stuff that we can teach off from this film. And when you're teaching off of this kind of film, this kind of game, you love for it to be a win, and that's what it was. And so, we're setting ourselves up there, 3-0 in the league, right where we need to be as far as the Sun Belt League play, with a short week coming up. And so, we're already gearing up for Georgia Southern, and I think that's on everybody's mind right now as we head toward this week. We know it's going to be very short. We're playing in 5 more days, and so you got to put this one to bed really quickly, and then move forward, because we'll be on Wednesday leaving for head down to Georgia. So I'm proud of our guys, the way they fought, the way they continue to play, and come up with some enough plays tonight to get the win. So just open it up.
Scott, with defense starting the fourth quarter, 2 really big stops to get you guys the ball back. How big of a moment is that in the scope of this game?
That was huge. I mean, that 4th down stop there was absolutely enormous. We put them in a bind on the other one, the interception there, or the what was that? We put them in a bind going to, the punt. The punt was we hadn't rugby punted all year. We tried to rugby punt and just didn't hit a good ball, obviously, and it went out of bounds. So 2 good spots there, and then the 4th down in their red zone. And those are big plays. Our defense has made a lot of big plays this whole season. And just they continue to play well. And they'll be disappointed, give up 17 points tonight on this team. But I think that's a very good offense, very solid offense, where they can run the football. You have to be able to stop the run. When you do that, you're going to open up some throw lanes. So I thought they played well tonight against what I think is one of the better offenses in this conference.
It was Trey Cobb on that 4th quarter tackle. What does it mean for you to see a freshman doing that, true freshman doing that?
Yeah, well, we got a lot of young players out there playing and that are making plays too, and it's just encouraging to see that. To see those guys, they've worked extremely hard as well. And, I think with all the games we played, particularly the last, that little 3-game stretch, we got to play a lot of guys, so they were able to get in those games and play, make some mistakes, and still overcome it. So it just makes them better. It makes our team better as we get to this point of stage in the game. And I think defensively they're doing a good job of rotating a lot of linebackers, letting them all play, and then, of course, D-line. That's just going to pay dividends, I think, as we head down the road. You get some dings, nagging injuries, and if you feel comfortable about putting a true freshman in, and feel like they'll still make plays.
Darrington Evans had a huge game, over 183 yards rushing. Your thoughts on his performance?
Well, I thought he came in and played a really good game for us. I mean, he knew he was going to be the primary, running back for us after Jalen, and obviously a big loss for us. But I thought the backs came in and played well. We thought this was going to be a game where we needed to run the football and keep the ball away from their offense. Grind some drives out. We were able to do that, and then Darrington had some big plays in there, running the football. Zach had a couple big runs. Those are the kind of games you got to be able to win. You run the football and play good defense, you can win a lot of football games. And so proud of Darrington because he got his opportunity today. That's the most carries he's ever had, 26 carries. So, really good game from him. And, he'll continue to grow as he gets more carries and more touches. He'll continue to hit. I thought tonight there was a few times, not only Darrington, but some of our backs where, some of the cuts I thought were there. Maybe we went one more gap too wide. We should have hit it a little bit tighter. But those are the things that you get as you play. You just continue to get experience. So those guys will get better at that.
Scott, as you think about the offense in general today, what was kind of your overall grade of it? They were pretty intent on making sure they stayed on top of the deep balls.
Absolutely.
And they really took that away from you. How would you grade the passing game?
Not very good. I would grade the offensive line had a good night tonight. Having not seen it on film, but I thought they came off the ball tonight and established the line of scrimmage beyond where it was at. That's what we needed to do, and it opened up some holes for our backs. I thought they protected well in the throw game. I just didn't think our passing game obviously was not clicking. Whether it be reads or some bad throws or whatever it may be, we got to get it better. I mean, because when you're playing in this league, you got to be able to do both. You got to be able to throw the football, and you got to be able to run. We were not confident in the throw game today, and we got to get better. That's the bottom line. 50% completion percentage is not where we want to be. And then we had the interception there, which was a 50-50 ball. We hate to lose those, but there's some things we can do a lot better, I think, with that. But I think O-line wise, running back wise, they played a very good game.
One of the stat lines that kind of sticks out here is that red zone. You were 5-5 and basically kept them out of the red zone.
Yeah. Well, anytime you get into football games, if you're very efficient inside the red zone, and that team coming in, I think, had one of the highest, maybe the highest touchdown ratio in the red zone coming into this game. So that's running the football very solidly. And then for us, when you're in there, we want to try to get touchdowns. We don't want to go settle for field goals, and of course we had to tonight. But if you get points, that's the bottom line. So go to the red zone, get points, and our defense did some great things in the red zone. We've been, the last 4 or 5 years, we've been pretty good red zone defense, I think. Really just trying to hold guys at the field goals. With that, we feel like we got a chance to win, but we even get the 4th down stop tonight on that. So they came up huge again tonight defensively, again against a really, really good offense.
Scott, on the defense, you had 4 linebackers that led your tackling tonight. Louisiana's an offensive line that likes to get into the second level. The fact that your 4 linebackers led the team tells me that they weren't getting to those guys, which is testament to the defensive line. What were you seeing at field level?
Yeah, I think our D-line really played well tonight. They got some good push. Really didn't allow those linemen to work up. So it's very hard, I think, the way we angle and move our guys to get the double team so that then they can get pushed off on the backers. So we were demanding those double teams, and they were not able to get up there. And so our backers were free to run, and I thought he did a great job of tackling their backs, going low and wrapping those guys up in the legs. A couple times we went high, and you guys may have seen it, they bounced off and they kept running. I mean, they're solid backs, 227 pounds and 221 pounds, and that's hard to tackle. And I thought we did a great job of going low and getting them on the ground, and that creates, to me, it creates a lot more of the long yardage type situations. And our defense, I thought, did really well on 3rd down. They were 6 for 16. They were 55% coming into tonight. So that was a great job by our defense on that 3rd down.
Hey, you mentioned that this was Darrington's heaviest workload so far, and you even talked about just grinding out a few drives. I think on his 2nd touchdown, the passing play, he touched the ball 7 or 10 times or something like that. I don't know, how do you get a guy ready for that workload when he obviously has not done that before?
Well, it's a little bit of an unknown. I mean, you go out there and you hope he can do it, and he did. I mean, because that's one of those deals where you kind of check and you're kind of gauging what is he looking like. We need to get him a break, and we did a few times. We'd get Marcus in and get him out of there. But if he's popping up and he's feeling fresh and he's going, you just keep going with the hot hand. And I think he had that. He had a good feel for it. His vision is good. He's obviously explosive in the way he can run. And that's a big play. That touchdown play was his one-on-one with the linebacker. Ran right by him with a great throw and catch for that. That was a big play. Darrington is a big play type player. You have some kind of running backs that can get you 3 and 4 yards consistently, and when you need 8 yards, they get you 3 and 4 yards. Darren's that kind of guy that can take it a distance at any point in time, and he had some big runs tonight. And then, of course, the pass play was a big play. And in that particular drive, he really just pretty much put it all on his back and carried our offense.
Scott, with as much time as you guys have had off, I mean, until today, you've played 1 game in 21 days.
That's right.
Now you've got a short week. What are the things that are the priorities coming up on a week like this?
Yeah, the biggest priority for us is to get fresh, I think, for us at this point, because you're going to play right now in 5 days. We're going to get on the bus on Wednesday and head down south. And so we got to keep our guys fresh, and it's all mental. And when you say fresh, it's got to be mental freshness also, because we're playing a team now that's going to be an option-based team, and you got to fit exactly right. And so it's all about where your mind's at. If you're focused in practice every single day, we're also going to play a defense that knows us inside and out. Coach Sloan's here for the last many years, and so he knows what we're doing on offense, and we know what he's doing on defense. So it's going to be a little bit of a chess match on this. So for us as coaching staffs, we got to really do a great job of getting in here early tomorrow and getting our game plan in, and then passing that on to the kids on Sunday afternoon. We'll be, it's going to change our schedule up this week. We'll practice Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then get out of here on Wednesday. So you don't have a day off. You basically lose a Sunday practice and a Monday practice is what you're losing. And so we got to get everything into a short period of time. But I think Thursday night, the freshest team, the mentally fresh and physically fresh team, to me, will come out victorious.
Coach, I know you got to take it a game at a time, but what's your mindset going into this 3-game road stretch?
Well, I don't really worry about the 3 game. I worry about the 1 game. I mean, I really do. I don't even know who we're playing after Georgia Southern. I don't. We're going to go down here this week and take care of Georgia Southern and do the best job we can in our preparation. And then we'll get a couple of days, which that's the positive. I mean, you find a positive in everything. You're going to get a Friday and a Saturday to heal back up before we get back in our game prep Sunday for whoever that is we play. So I don't even care. I mean, we're getting ready for Georgia Southern this week. We'll do everything we can. This will be our Super Bowl for this week. That's what we're figuring out. So all hands on deck for this game this week.
Given the presence of Sloan, you touched on it a little bit, but given the presence of Sloan, how much will you actually change what you're doing?
We're not gonna change anything, you know, we're gonna,
It's all this execution.
for the last 5 years, what we do is what we do, you know, we're gonna continue to do what we do. Now, you're gonna try to find some wrinkles here or there in the formations or whatever we may do, but, you know, in a game like this coming up, it's gonna come down to blocking and tackling, whoever executing the best. You know, they play a very sound defense, same as ours, and, you know, whoever makes the least amount of mistakes and, you know, not giving up those big plays, because, you know, we talked about how they stay on top out here tonight. They're gonna do the same thing on Thursday night. They're gonna keep everything in front of them and stay on top, and, you know, you just gotta find ways of just somehow moving the football and scoring touchdowns when you get down there, and then taking care of the football. Turnover margin will come in really big in this next Thursday night. Okay, thanks, guys.